See, it's tricky because you think you know, but it's like in the back of your mind, but you kind of ignore it. You're kind of taught to kind of ignore it because society around you, you know, they have all these social norms and they have these standards for you that they expect you to follow. And when you're young, you're taught what's right and you're taught what's wrong. And usually when something is wrong, you don't want to do it. So I kind of ignored it for a while because I was trying to follow society standards. And then I met my boyfriend. It was the end of 10th grade. And I kind of shed a light on it. And then you realize that the feelings are there and they've always been there and that you have to accept them. And that's why you don't choose to be gay, you choose to accept the feelings, so you choose to be happy. Actually, I was not bullied when I came out. I was bullied more before I came out. And I think it's because I was trying to be somebody I wasn't. You know, I was putting on a mask every day. I was pretending to be somebody I wasn't. And people could tell that I was just being fake, I think. People would call me gay, but when I was little, I didn't know what that meant. I didn't know if it was a bad thing or a good thing. It wasn't until I want to say 8th grade that I knew what being gay meant. And that's kind of when I started to ignore those thoughts that I had and those attractions. You know, one of the bullies that made fun of me most through high school, middle school, and was the biggest reason I was very upset in those times, he's actually one of my good friends now.
It's just that embarrassment thing, because you feel it's something that like makes you so much different from everyone else, and it's something that people readily talk about and comment about, saying really negative things. People throw around the words like gay and like any type of like derogatory terms like that, but they don't necessarily realize that they're doing it. But it just makes it a situation that's really sensitive, and I didn't necessarily feel in danger, but it was more just of keeping yourself, like, I don't know, like fitting in with your friends and fitting in with the people around you.
If you answered that before I came out, I would say no. After, yes. People finally got to see the real me. They finally got to, you know, see my personality, and they realized that I was still the same person deep down. I was just comfortable with myself, and being comfortable with myself allowed me to be comfortable making new friends and, you know, just being me, and people saw that and they liked it.
It definitely got better after I came out. It was so much more comfortable for me to be myself, and it did take me a little while just to accept the fact that people knew this about me and people might think of me a little bit differently, but I don't think it makes me different from everyone else. It's more of it's just a part of who I am, just like any other trait that anyone else would have.
It got a lot better. It did. It got a lot better. I have a boyfriend now for the past 3 years. You know, I love his family. My family loves him. I'm very happy. I have so many new friends. I've had many opportunities to do things that I wouldn't do if I was still in the closet. I'm in California now. I'm trying to be an actor, and I was so afraid. Before I came out, I was really afraid to do plays and theater at school because I was afraid that people would think that I was gay because of it. Even though I was, I knew in the back of my mind I was. I didn't want people to think I was. So I've been blessed. I've been able to do many things now that I wasn't able to do before, and I'm very happy with my life. So yeah, it does get better. I think a lot of teachers try to ignore the topic, and I know many schools don't allow that subject to be talked about, and I think that's wrong. I think we have assemblies for drugs and alcohol, we have assemblies for bullying, but I think in the bullying assemblies that should be brought up, awareness for the LGBT community. The words gay, the words homo, you know, they should be not allowed in classrooms, and I've experienced it. In my classrooms in high school, when I was in high school and middle school, people would say it, and the teachers would brush it off like it's no big deal. But the teachers don't know the damage that it does to the person being attacked. Because I was called gay, because I was bullied, I was trapped in the closet. The students in school put me in the closet. I didn't put myself in there. I was forced in there. And I think that's wrong. Teachers need to talk about it, you know. If they hear a student using that word, you know, report it. Anything to make them know that it's not okay to bully students for either race, sexual orientation, anything.
I think it's important for schools to make being gay something that's respectable and something that has a lot of pride behind it, because I think a lot of times, like especially in high school and in like those times of school, I think it's a thing that can have really negative connotations. So if schools can promote like LGBTQ people, I think it really will improve like the idea that people have of gay people, and it'll be more of a positive thing instead of a negative connotation, which it is in a lot of cases.